Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to replace the disc brakes on an Acura RL 2006 and replace it with these drilled and slotted fancy brakes and brake pads and rotor. Before we get started, you're going to need a 22mm socket, something to remove the tires with, some C-channel, what are these called? C clamps, and we'll figure it out as we go. Okay, first thing you do is remove the tires. I usually like to loosen the nuts before I put the jack underneath and lift the wheels up from the ground. And once you do that, well, over here I'm putting another stand behind the hydraulic jack just in case, you know, something happens, because it's an old jack and it's got a bit of a leak. Once you take the tires off, it's pretty, you need to first expose everything. And what you see in front of you, the green wire is the number 14 copper wire, and that's going to be used to hang the calipers. Once we loosen it right now, we're removing two 19mm bolts. And right on top of that, on the spindle bracket itself, you're going to see 2 10mm bolts that attaches the brake hose and brake lines to the suspension assembly. The green line will be hung on the upper wishbone of the suspension to take the pressure off of the weight of the calipers itself. Do not hang the calipers on the brake line, whatever you do. Now, once you remove the calipers, there are two nuts two bolts, two Phillips head bolts holding the hub assembly in. It's usually pretty snug, so you're going to want to hit it a few times with a hammer before attempting to remove it. Now, took the old rotor off, and before putting the new rotor on, we're going to grease the hub a little bit to keep it from binding. Your brakes are under a lot of pressure and heat at all times when you're moving, so it's good practice to keep it lubricated. Now, bear in mind, I meant the contact surface between the hub and the rotor itself, not on the surface of the disc or the calipers. So be careful. This is why it was making all that noise. This uneven wear. You could tell the top side is completely gone. This one's still okay, but we're going to change it anyway. We'll do it all at once. Notice the scoring here. Usually. Alright, now once you get enough clearance in the caliper cavity, you want to stick the C-clamp in there and push the brake pistons back and recess them all the way in, so that way when you put the new calipers on, which is a lot of body, it'll go back into it'll go over the new rotors that we've just installed. The calipers are held together by two pins and a springy plate in the back. I'll take another, perhaps next time I do a brake job, I'll take another shot up close inside the wheel well, so that way you can better see the details. But if not, there are a lot of great resources online for this type of work. The intent of this exercise is to show you that, you know, this is a little harder than changing your oil, but it's not insurmountable. So I think if you have any kind of mechanical inclination, you should be able to tackle it. I hope this helps you. Good luck, and please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please leave them towards the bottom. And best of luck with your repairs. Thank you.